Lots of weird things are happening in Parliament on the House floor. One of the biggest ones is what we're going to take a look at today in this video. The Bloc Québécois is somewhat teamed up with the NDP, and they both kind of team up with the Liberals and attack the Conservatives, but it's not really working out in Justin Trudeau's favor recently. The Bloc has been attacking Justin Trudeau. Jagmeet has also been attacking Trudeau, and obviously Pierre attacks Trudeau and all of the other parties. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, everybody. This is a great one. You're going to want to stick around for the entire thing. It is dubbed because this was originally in French, and so there is a translator, and I know it's not the same effects. A lot of people like to click off and they just can't stand the translation, but I promise you, and I encourage you guys to stick around for this video because the facts of what is being said are very important, and it's also quite entertaining. So without further ado, here we go.
After 9 years,
all right, Pierre, clap
Prime
back.
Minister, the cost of housing has doubled because of his inflationist spending and the bureaucracy that he's funding, which is preventing construction. In Le Soleil today, we learned that those who have not yet found a home for the coming year are panicking. And there's a major risk that many people will be forced to camp this summer because they can't find a home. Is this Prime Minister's plan, after doubling the cost of housing, to provide tents to people who are going to have to go camping because they can't find a home? Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
They can't buy tents. They're all bought up by the encampments.
Plan, which assures fairness for every generation. Our housing plan will build 3.87 million new housing units across the country by cutting bureaucracy, by changing zoning, and by lowering construction costs, and by using public land. We are going to bring back the dream of access to a home for young Canadians by helping them save money tax-free, and by allowing renters to use their history when asking for a mortgage. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition. The inflation that is hurting Canadians is the result of the inflationist and centralizing spending of this Prime Minister. No surprise. What's surprising is that the Bloc voted for $500 billion of that spending. And, you know, this isn't the money that's already in the main estimates. This is money that's doubling fees for consultants, for example, including money for ArriveScan. Does the Bloc Liberal government realize that more money for the federal government means less money for Quebecers? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Once again, Mr. Speaker, we see the Conservative leader completely ignoring facts and data in all of
the translator even added in the us.
Mr. Speaker, is that the inflation, which has hit the entire planet, hurt Canada less than many other countries, and now over the last 4 months, inflation has gone down because of the investments and because of the sound, responsible financial management of our government. We will continue to be there to invest in Canadians while lowering inflation. That's what he doesn't understand.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Well, Mr. Speaker, inflation in housing is worse in Canada than in any other G7 country. It's the second worst of the 40 OECD countries. But the question was about inflationary spending and centralizing spending that the Bloc continues to vote for. The Bloc Québécois has become a socialist party that wants to increase the size of the government, but they're focused on the federal government. So that means a bigger federal state and less autonomy and money for Quebecers. And why is it only the Conservatives who are defending Quebecers?
Yeah, it's pretty weird, man.
Prime Minister. Now, Mr. Speaker, we all remember what these Conservatives do when it comes to Quebec. We saw the cuts to social health services and healthcare. We saw the cuts in the health transfer. We saw the cuts to arts and culture, Mr. Speaker. The Conservatives are standing up today to attack the Bloc Québécois for not properly defending Quebec. Well, that's ridiculous, Mr. Speaker.
Yeah, the translators adding in all the uhs and ums.
Quebecers. They do it less well than the federal government can do it, but the attacks from the Conservatives against Quebecers are a bit ridiculous, Mr. Speaker.
Drop a W in the chat, folks, for the translator.
Honorable Leader of the Opposition. Well, here. The Liberal Bloc Party. A beautiful coalition, a beautiful coalition. Now the Prime Minister, the so-called Federalist Prime Minister, says that the Bloc defends Quebecers. What? What? And the Bloc is voting for centralizing spending here in Ottawa. What? What is going on here? Everything is confused, Mr. Speaker. Isn't it time to forget this ridiculous coalition and replace it with a Conservative government that has a lot
The Bloc is literally propping up Trudeau in Ottawa. Like, Pierre just dropped some insane bombs or bombshells, whatever you want to call it.
The Right Honourable Prime
This
Minister.
is so weird.
Speaker, apparently, unlike the leader of the Conservatives, I believe fundamentally that every member in this House is there to defend the interests of the people who elected them. That is our individual responsibility and collective responsibility. Every person here in this House is doing that. Yes, people know very well that I disagree with the ultimate goal of the Bloc Québécois, but at the same time, we can certainly find moments where we can work together with respect to protect the French language, to create economic growth in Quebec. We are there to work together, not to play political games and to just attack everyone. That's what the Conservatives
He just said the Bloc is there to kiss my ass, and I don't agree with the Bloc at all. This is insane. Let's see what he says.
Mr. Speaker, in the western
read your
Gulf, there's only
notes,
one
François.
fishery that's open as crustaceans, crab, and lobsters. All the other fisheries are closed or in crisis. However, the member for Gaspésie and the Minister of Fisheries is closing all kinds of fishery areas throughout the region. What is the Prime Minister saying to fishers who have to go back home to port and who are seeing another fishing season disappear in front of their eyes? The Right Honourable Prime Minister. Well, Mr. Speaker, we understand the distress and the challenges that fishers are facing in eastern Canada. We're seeing a very difficult moment because of climate change, because of changing and diminishing maritime populations. We are going to be there to support the fishers, but part of being there to support them is also protecting our international markets and filling out our scientific responsibilities and in respecting international law. We are going to be there to help the fishers, and we are also going to be there to protect endangered species and our trade agreements in the future.
Mr. Prime Minister, the French or the fish are speaking English.
Give him another chance, Mr. Speaker.
It's not fair.
It's because of the right whales that the fishery areas are closed. Everyone wants to protect the whales. But the government is threatening.
The whales are speaking English too within Quebec.
Areas for oil exploration.
It's not fair.
Fishers, scientists, the Bloc Québécois have proposed some ideas. The department's not listening, the minister isn't listening, and the fishing sector is facing an unprecedented crisis. Does the Prime Minister believe that fishers should respect the minister? Does he have respect
the fish
trust in the minister?
Should be forced to speak French.
Mr. Speaker, we are working closely with industry.
That's pretty much what he said.
And with our international partners to manage a very, very difficult situation. We understand the extent to which this is a difficult situation for fishers, and we are going to continue to be there for them. And we are going to make sure that the decisions that we're taking are going to respect the interest of the industry and also the environment, obviously, and will protect endangered species. It's a very complex issue, Mr. Speaker, but we're going to be there not with simplistic solutions, but with the necessary support to ensure the long-term success of our resort.
I hope you enjoyed that clip as much as I did. Let me know down below in the comments what your favorite part was. That's the end of the video, folks. On your way out, I would like to encourage you guys one last time to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet already, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.